I'm gonna be the person who's living with dementia. Okay, and I've had it for a while. And this isn't a kid's bedroom, it's a shop with things on shelves. Now, it may look like a kid's bedroom to you, but for me, it's a place to go shopping. And whether it's a kid's bedroom or a mall, I might have a very similar awareness of the space around me. So typically at this point, we're talking my vision is about like this. My ability to use my hands and my feet, still pretty decent in my particular type of dementia. My ability to sequence and appreciate and control impulses, probably not so much. So let's look at there. Isn't that cute? Oh, yeah. And this. Oh, well, that's lovely. Oh, that's very nice.
Knock, knock, Tifa.
Yeah.
Hey, this is not your space. You can't take these things.
This is
no, these are the boys' things.
No.
Oh, no, don't zip it up because, no.
Yeah, I've got it. Here's this.
But this isn't yours.
This is mine.
It's not yours.
It is mine.
Look at it.
This is mine.
Stuff.
This is all mine. Just don't do this.
Well, don't take anything up. Don't.
This is mine. Okay, so as you can see, Manda's effort to try to dissuade me and help me understand that this isn't mine is probably not going to go well. Now imagine she's not the person here, but instead she was a security guard at the mall. And we have situations where people get taken down, people get taken into custody, people get hurt, and we end up with miserable situations because we have somebody whose job it is to provide security without an awareness of this thing that clearly I'm not really processing things the same way. And yeah, you could put me in jail. I'm not sure that's going to solve our problem. And it's not going to look good on the front page either. And it's not going to work well for my family either, or the other shoppers. So let's try it again. I think I gathered a few things here.
So just to summarize for people who are just joining, what are we trying to teach?
Yeah, we're working on this idea of when somebody is taking things, and they're living with dementia, typically they aren't taking them to steal them. They're taking them because their eyes were attracted to them. And if your eyes are attracted to something and you like it, you'll tend to want to do something with your hands with it. And if I'm engaging in a way that says, oh, I'm finding lots of things I like, that is called hunting and gathering. And it's a very primitive kind of behavior. And when I find something I like, if somebody's looking like they may want it, or if I'm worried, or I've never maybe had a time in my life where I didn't have enough, then I will try to hide it and I will try to seek more until I can't carry anymore. And that's what gets me in trouble. So that's what we're working on, is I don't currently have the capacity to understand what I'm doing is wrong, and I'm not going to stop doing it because an authority figure tells me to. I'm not at that place in my dementia. You can't just say, put it down. I'm the police. So what? You're the police. So it puts us in a really awkward place because the person who has the authority, I don't really care, and so that makes it really awkward, because if I'm an older lady and very frail, it looks like you're beating me up. If I'm a younger woman that looks fit, you think I'm doing this on purpose, and neither is true. In this situation, I simply have brain failure. My brain is not working for me in the way I wish it were. And that probably I used to have it work if it's dementia. Now, it could be developmental disability or cognitive impairment or a mental health issue in a moment. It doesn't mean that it's permanent, but for right now, I'm doing things that are not making a whole lot of sense to somebody. We might even talk about shoplifting as something that says I'm desperate and I need something and I don't know how to get it, which is where this kind of concept starts. But here we go. Oh.
can't get it.
Can't hear
Yeah.
I'll
You got
get
it? Here. You gotta do it with that one. Can't get here.
No.
Put it right there.
No, pick it up. Pick it up.
There you go. We'll hide it.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna find it there.
Yeah.
Good.
There.
Yeah.
Now, this.
That's it.
I know.
Well, I couldn't do it.
Well, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, what did you notice? Rather than approach me, Amanda opted to really look at other things that I might be interested in and started to cover them, eliminate them, sort through them. She started to figure out, she also did this thing. She found something that was going to take 2 hands.
Mm-hmm.
And it was shiny. And it was shiny and it had lots of bits and pieces. And she was making some noise with it, which she would want to know whether or not I get drawn to things that make noise and are shiny. But she picked something that looked sort of like the kind of things, but was bigger. Now, what that meant was she opted to just go with my flow rather than trying to fix me. Amanda, any other thoughts that you have that you want to share with what you did?
I think the size of it, I tried to be over here so that I was non-threatening and to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And when I offered it, I was doing it, and then I held it up so that you would be interested, but I didn't give it to you right away.
Yeah, because I had to want it. So I
Yeah.
had to catch my eyes and then get my hands. So if I were living with me, I would probably want to carry some things along with me that I could pull out in a moment and go, ooh, hey, Teepa, look.
Right.
Because that, ooh, hey, Teepa, look. Now, Amanda made a small uh-oh,
Mm-hmm.
which she caught herself on. I was here and I was trying to do this and I was trying to, and she said,
I'll hold it.
and that was like, yeah, no,
Nope.
that's not gonna
It's
happen.
not mine.
And so,
And then I said put it here, but that wasn't good
No,
enough
that's
because
not enough.
it's going to be, people are going to see it, huh? And then I understood what you wanted me to do.
yeah. So when you notice that someone is secreting things, hiding things, putting things places, you really want to think, so it's not just a seek behavior, it's a seek and hide behavior.
Right.
So the bigger picture one is hoarding, okay, gathering stuff. But in this one, once I hid it and we covered it up,
And then I made sure that I noticed, oh crap, there's a lot of
it's
stuff.
a lot
And
more
if I don't
stuff.
want her to take it, then I'm just going to actually just take it away visually.
Yeah, but now she has to be sure not to look.
Yeah.
Because if
right.
she starts looking and worrying, because what happened down here, I assume you might have caught that, was her foot caught on something.
On the
and
trees,
that
yeah.
and that got my head, oh, so I found some more things. And that's that moment where you go, okay, well, yeah, we're back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
And it does feel like that because this is not a one-shot deal.
Right, that's going to last maybe 10 seconds.
It'll last me a little while
And then we'll have to find
I'll have to
something
find something else. So this is where we want to start thinking, okay, is there a time of day that I'm less likely to do this kind of thing? And that would be the time that we would want to go out in places where there are a lot of things for me to engage with. But in times when I'm really like this, we want to have a safe space where I can really go around and collect all kinds of stuff.
Right.
And I would collect so much stuff that I can't hardly
falling
move.
out of your shirt.
And then I'll have to figure out where to hide it. And so this idea of me seeking and hiding and seeking, and you guys find and recover and put it back. Now, empty drawers are not nearly as exciting
No.
as ones that have something in them.
Oh,
Oh, well, look at that. And having it only slightly open. So I get to seek. Now, oh, well, look at that.
So you're saying set up the environment ahead of time.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what we want to think about doing is we need to create this space where I can get this, whether you want to call it out of my system or I can get my need met.
Satisfaction, yeah.
I have to be satisfied. So you got to create a space for that or I'll go seek it.
Mhm.
And this is where if you take me out somewhere and I've got this unmet need thing, Yikes. Now, what it does mean sometimes is when we're walking places, might be time for some double hand under hand, but I've got to be able to, when she sees something, ooh, isn't that beautiful? Substitution. Ooh, I became
really
that
hard
thing,
not to
and
look
it's
at
like,
you.
ooh. Now I got to put the energy out. Of course, everybody else is looking at me too. I got to let go of that quiet persona and go, ooh, that's cool. Ooh, look over this way.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is this rotation that we're doing
Yes.
with the body. It is really, it's really important that I don't try to
No.
go this way. It's got to really be from the hip, this rotation where I actually use my arm.
Yeah, you're shifting my hip over
I
first.
shift that hip,
And
and
then we're already going. Yeah.
and I'm looking, and it's like, ooh.
And you don't see anything over here, but it doesn't matter
Look
because.
at this.
Oh, look.
I found something. Or look, there's paint showing through.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder if we could.
Take that. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Now I've got a project.
You do. Yay! And so I have to be prepared to come in later, and it's like, holy. But it's a question of how I want to spend my time, not if I'm going to spend my time doing
stuff,
things.
yeah.
And so this kind of situation, and the idea that I'll do it exactly the same way, well, so that's also tricky.
Yeah, and it's not just like I can just give you a lot of stuff because it
No,
has
it's
to
the
be
seeking.
interesting. Right.
It's the seeking thing.
And maybe I do set this up and I go, ooh,
Oh, look at there. That
ooh,
was
over there. Put them in the drawer.
in the, well, no. I'm gonna.
Mm-hmm.
This here though, this, oh, hey. There's the lady here that
Oh, mirrors. Yeah,
Yeah.
mirrors are.
hey, do you know her?
She look nice?
Well, she's so friendly.
Well, hey, she's friendly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, hey. Can you,
Didn't work. Okay.
look at her.
Is she friendly?
Oh, well, there's another girl there.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Tifa, look at this baby.
Look at the baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you think of him?
well, there's a baby there.
Yeah.
Wait, let me
You wanna
hear.
hold on to that one?
You take that one.
Okay.
This is in Italian
Italian. Palabras.
or something.
Something else.
There's a dog.
Yep.
It says dog.
But it also says
Dog.
pero.
Pero.
Yep.
Pero. That's
That's a good one. Floor.
flower.
Flower.
It's a flower.
Yeah.
It's a flower.
Yeah.
They spelled it wrong.
They got it all wrong.
Yeah. That's
You
nice.
want to sit over there?
I don't know.
Okay.
What are we doing now? Now, so I've had this experience in the mirror here, and I'm being real friendly, but you may want to think about, do I want the mirror to show all the time, or do I want to have it so I can cover the mirror? Because this may not be how I am all the time, but if I'm starting to really spend a lot of time talking to the person in the mirror, to the extent that it's getting difficult to engage me, that's when you may want to think about, let's keep this covered unless there's something specifically. And if I start reaching out and saying she won't, well, that's good. She got her glasses. What you might start realizing is I don't really see this as me. I'm visioning myself differently. And so that's another human being there. And she's looking at me. And you need to quit looking at me. And this can go from I'm enjoying this interaction to this is sort of they keep watching me. People watch me. And it could be from a TV.
Right,
It
especially
could
with
be-
the TV right next to it. Yeah.
It could be reflections. It could be the windows. And so this is one of the places that in the evening and as the sun goes down, things that have a reflective surface can suddenly start to be a problem for me.
Right.
Because people are watching me, people are doing things, there are people in my room. And what I'm picking up on is seeing other humans but not realizing they're me and they're you. And so I see people as invading my space, or TV characters as being in my space. So in those cases, we may need to look at removing the TV set and simply having it available when we want to use it for something, but not having it in the environment. Just like the mirrors, and with windows, looking at covering windows if at all possible, and realizing those great windows during the day may not be great windows during the evening or at night. So those were some things we wanted to talk about.
Can you guys show the double hand underhand again?
Yeah. So what you do first is we do this handshake, our usual right hand to right hand. This thumb comes up and my hand flips down. Manda's is on top of mine. Now she can hold as tight as she wants to. And if she wants to squeeze really hard, nail it really hard, just squeeze it.
What if she's threatening your thumb?
What if she's threatening my thumb? What I'm going to do is have it go like this.
You're kind of going limp almost.
I go limp.
It makes me release automatically.
Or I can do a pump and release. A pump and release. When I pump and release.
Yeah, it tricks my...
And it's a reflexive pattern that you'll feel in your hand. When somebody pumps like that, there's an automatic sort of release. The other thing I can do is if they're really sort of trying to get my thumb, like do my hand, so come on my side so I can do it to you. And I'm trying to get your thumb. This is, if they take their other hand, then yes, but I mean, that would be yes. But what you want to avoid is them doing this to you, because this is the high risk thing. This makes it really hard. And so what Amanda did there is when I did have her like this, and you can see I'm using a fair amount of strength and I'm squeezing this together, and it does hurt. So what she does is put tension on the ball of the thumb. She's right in here on this, what's called a thenar eminence, this area right here, and she's putting tension on it.
And then I'm pressing a little bit in her pad right here between, just enough to release. I don't want to let go, because if I pull away, she's got me too tight. But if I can release it enough to slide further in, then I can be in hand under hand and give a lot of really deep pressure, release,
and
pressure,
this,
release.
if somebody's doing this, if you just relax your arm, then I can get it all out, and it's not hurting her at all. It's just, it means you have to let me get out of here.
I can't fight
leave me
back.
alone. She can't fight back, and she probably wants to turn her body more this way, so I can do all this, and... Well, what are you doing? Oh, come on. Okay, so the other hand, you reach under the elbow, across, and you...
and same thing.
Same idea.
In this one, I'm on top. Even though I'm under here, I'm on top on this side so that her other hand can be relaxed. Now, if I try to shift both to under, then it's
really awkward.
too awkward.
Okay, so the next piece of it really has to do with bringing this body in tight. Because what you want to do is create this sense of stability. And this idea that she now has control on my body.
All I have to do is move a tiny bit.
She does a weight shift.
But I'm very stable.
And so if I'm more of a whole body, because I'm later in the disease, and when I move, I'm really just...
She's pretty much got all of her weight on me, but it's not hard for me because I've got the stability and the strength in my arms. As long as I stay up straight, she can push as hard as she wants, and it's not too tiring for me.
And what I'm doing, Amanda's using her skeleton to support herself. And she's also using these nice wide hips that we all have. I mean, we have them for a reason, because what we want to do is...
Yeah, I've almost rested your... Yeah, you're pushing on.
And so what I can do is she can maneuver me and turn me. And so she can get me to go either way.
It's almost like that laundry basket motion where you like cock your hip a little bit to hold it out.
And it's the same hip you use to carry babies around on, because it's a nice stable shelf.
Right.
And what it's going to allow her to do, if she drops our hands down, spread her feet first and then do the drop down, what she can do is get me to, so now she'll get me to sit. And that's a lot easier to do with me than if I'm here.
I'm going to try to...
Because once I go back on my heels,
you really lose your balance.
I lose my balance, and there's an autonomic reflex that is called the Moro. And what it is I throw my arms out and then I lunge forward. Babies do it all the time. They test them. They see that they have it because it's a reflexive thing. And it comes from, little babies being held. And when you do this, this motion is a life-saving motion. And so that's what babies are meant to do. And that's, you check babies to see if they'll do it.
And there's really
but right after they do it,
it's scary.
It's scary. And you're also checking to see, can they self-soothe? Or does the mom have to intervene? And it's like, yeah, mom has to intervene. What that means, though, is when I get adult, we can still have that reaction. If you've ever almost fallen backwards on something, it's like, whoa, oh God.
Yeah.
And you lunge forward. That, however, if somebody's in front of me and I start to go back,
either I'm going to drop you and we're both going there.
or I panic and I
now
come
we
back
go this
at,
way. Oh gosh.
and I grab, and I can grab whatever I can reach because I'm in desperation. I think I'm falling. So it's a scary position to be in, to have somebody lunge at you. But it comes from a place of a very primitive brain function is what it is.
So instead
So here and here.
And then we're leaning forward.
And even if I lose my balance, I'm pretty much on Manda.
Yeah, and I'm fine. You're fine.
Because I'm forward, I can't. And then she
If
caught
she
me
goes
going
back,
the other way. She's
I've got
me
my
both
arm under her
ways.
elbow. Yeah.
And so this is a really important thing to realize is she's got me because she's perpendicular with a broad base of support and she's using her trunk.
Yeah, it's all on my legs pretty much right now.
It's that old, in ballet I understand it's called plie. Not that I was ever successful in ballet, but I understand that's what it's called. You externally rotate, you plant, and then you can do a weight shift from thigh to thigh. You can do this thing where you go up or down. But what you don't want to get into the habit of doing is using your upper body.
To try to hold you up.
Because then we're both going.
Yeah.
So that narrow base at the bottom and that using your upper body kind of thing is what gets people in trouble. And the same thing is true, let's go ahead and get that chair. If you want to...
I would not recommend a chair like this.
No, we don't recommend a chair for lots of reasons like this. It just happens to be a handy chair. So I'm here and I'm trying to sit down. And... Whoa,
lean forward.
Whoa, lean forward. Lean forward. But now what's happened?
Now she's pulling on me.
Because I'm already off balance and my brain won't let me lean forward doesn't make any sense at this point because I'm trying to keep myself up and what I can't do is isolate this from this.
So now I'm going to come here and almost force you to lean over.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And now you want to try to get me back up, and it's the opposite.
That's exactly what she wanted. She wanted that right away.
So she's going to come in here, and if she's tried a couple of different things, and it's not going anywhere because I'm just here. I'm back in this position, so I'm tilted back and I'm solid. And no matter what you say or whatever you try, I'm still.
You want to come, Tipa?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Stand up.
Okay.
Stand up.
Yeah.
Tipa.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Yeah. You're pretty.
Yeah. All right, Tipa.
Yeah.
Lean forward.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
So what did I get? I got the gesture, but not the meaning of the gesture. And I copied everything she did.
She's doing a good job of paying attention.
I'm doing a good job, but that's what I can give you. That's all I got for you. So
I tried with one hand to see if maybe that would do it, but it's not. So now I'm going to come
and she
under.
could, even if I had handrails, she could put them there. It's still not going anywhere. And you've got to go, okay, I've tried those things. Now what?
So now I'm going to come under. I'm going to actually just pull this hand down and lean her forward.
And that automatic hand, this is the rudder. And so it may feel more like, go ahead down. It may feel like this. And so there is more effort. But again, you're not dragging or pulling. You're getting me to accordion forward. And
Until
then
you just push. Push.
push
Push up.
I got it. I got it. Yeah. That's it. Now, do I still feel heavy on you?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this is the time where Amanda might choose to take that hand and move it up to my shoulder and take her forearm, we'll turn, and give it tension there to bring my trunk the rest of the way up.
So like a tiny pull with my, not like a pull, but with like a flat open hand in front of her shoulder where I can feel it rounded.
And tense your fingers.
And then I'm pushing here with my elbow.
And keep it.
Oh,
We're good.
Uh-oh.
Everything's good.
Quick look. So this idea of, I don't know which one is going to be the one you end up using, because each time I move, there might need to be a slightly different way of doing this. And this isn't early in a dementia. This is often pretty late, or someone who has Parkinson's plus a dementia. And Parkinson's is that tricky, it's a tricky condition, because at times, I just don't produce any dopamine. Like, I don't have any. So I can't initiate a movement because that's what it requires, dopamine. So what you can do is back it off and go, come on along. And I get a little boost of chemicals.
Mm.
And people don't think about chemicals working that way. We think about drugs and chemicals. But sometimes by backing off and doing something that goes, what? I just got my little burst of chemicals. And what I might have is just enough to kick it into gear. And it's just little stuff. So it's automatic sort of rhythm, music.
knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Hey.
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 Hi ho.
Hi ho. It's off to work we go. And you're thinking, what
just happened?
How come she gets to up when she wants to? It's not when I want to. It's when my brain can get tricked into automatic pilot. And it's not trying to think about getting up. If you say get up, and I can't figure out how to get up, then I'm stuck. If you give me another way to get going, whether it's stomping or dancing or whatever it is, starting over, just like, got to clear the slate, let's try it again. That's what's going to get you somewhere. So, let's see. Ooh, we're very close to as long as we said we would be here. Any final sort of comments, questions, anything, Abby, that you've noticed over there?
Somebody asked, is there a test to determine dementia? And I thought we might mention our app with the gyms.
Yeah, dementia is sort of a tricky thing. There are ways that we could check to see if what you've got has certain gene code on it. It has certain abnormal chemicals. They can do some testing, but we can also look at what kind of things you're able to do, not able to do, and if the pattern of development of those kinds of things to start to notice. It is a little complicated because you've got depression, anxiety, you have other potential things that happen. Some of them will be quick and some can be long-term. But if we're starting to find this development of change in someone, and we've looked at some other options, that it's definitely time to get somebody to look harder at it. We do have an app on GEMS, which really does look at what abilities is this person showing you? I mean, where are they? And it's like, wow, okay, that's pretty involved. That's more than just a beginning sign that something is not right in your brain. That is solid. And we can't be confused about, this is not looking good. Tell me how long this has been going on. Because I do want to sort out, could this be a chemical imbalance that's happened over the course of a couple months or maybe even 6 months? Or is this something that's been on the make for quite some time?
What's the app called? The GEMS app?
GEMS
The
app.
Snow's GEMS model something.
Oh dear.
We all have it on our phones, but
I can look it up.
we'll look it up real quick. We had another quick question.
Yeah.
Let's see. Helping someone who doesn't like to be touched but needs help moving.
Yeah, for that person, one of the best things to do is to make sure you offer your hand. And if they will take your hand, they're agreeing at least to be touched that way. Now, if somebody really doesn't like being touched, one of the things I might do is say, "Oh, hey, Manda, listen, You got this? Go ahead and foot down. There you go. And if you can lean forward a little bit. Okay, a little bit more. Okay. Now, if you would, this way, a little bit, and on 3. 1, 2, and 3. There you go. You go. Yeah. Now, if she does that, what did I do? I made the offer. I also have this book.
Well, and you're a thing now. You're
Yeah,
not
now
a
a
person
thing,
that
yeah.
that's touching me. I'm holding on to you for support.
For thing. What I did is I created this book because I can now use the book and it lines up with her shoulders. And so what I can do is so you're gonna go over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. You got it.
I got it.
All right. And now what I'm gonna do is called guarding. So guarding is when I have to be prepared. I don't put hands on, but I have my body ready. Now, what do you notice about my body that says ready?
Yeah, you got the wide base.
I've got a wide base, I've got a diagonal base. I have this hand sort of up and back because if she starts to tip back, I want to catch her here. If she starts to go forward, I want to catch the elbow. So I'm going to do elbow, shoulder, because if I can control that, I can really try to help stabilize someone. And again, it's called guarding because I'm not touching, but as she's moving, I'm prepared. And I've got to have that prep. And when she comes back up, I'll take my hand off or I'll establish.
Because then it's fine because you've.
And then what I'll do is let this ride, and this becomes then the way that I guide and direct. And it's nothing but tension to the little finger side, tension to the thumb side. And
No fingertips at all.
No fingertips at all. And this shoulder thing, this is really sort of right down here. And I'm moving it toward the middle. So what this allows her to feel totally, and she sort of forgets about my hand because I'll take this hand and do things with it out here to distract her brain. And she's watching this hand and her brain really knows the other hand is stable, but I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't move, it's
it's
fine.
this kind of stuff. And here, honey.
It's
okay. No, let me.
Ooh, that one's the worst.
That one's the worst. Yeah. So the app.
Teepa Snow's Gem State Model.
Yeah.
Teepa Snow's Gem State Model.
Matthew found it for us.
Oh,
Dementia
Matthew.
stages.
Thank you, Matthew.
Dementia stages ability model.
There you go. Cool.
Yep.
All right. Well,
we're in North Carolina.
we are in North Carolina. We are. We're in a bedroom up in North Carolina, occupied typically by 2 small boys. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Is she your daughter?
Yeah, she is. And
Yeah,
so is the other
she.
one. The one you can't see behind the camera.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody. It's been a great half hour. Hopefully it was helpful to you. We gave you some hints, some ideas, and thanks for asking the questions. And I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Hi, I'm Teepa Snow, and you just found our YouTube channel and watched one of our videos. I'm the owner and founder of Positive Approach to Care. Thanks for watching. And if you liked, if you have a comment about, or you would, please share it with people you know. Oh, and if you haven't yet done it, consider subscribing. We'll let you know when the next new video comes out. And you might want to visit our website, www.teepasnow.com, where you'll find other resources as well. See you there.